Beauty in Black isn't just a drama. It's a story about power, survival, and the kind of choices people make when they're pushed into corners they never expected to be in. Season 1 builds slowly at first, but once everything connects, it becomes clear that every character is trapped in something bigger than themselves. And no one gets out clean. Two worlds that shouldn't collide. At the center of the story are two very different lives. On one side, you have a young woman trying to survive, working in environments that blur the line between independence and exploitation. She's constantly navigating danger, making decisions not because she wants to, but because she has to. On the other side, there's a powerful family. Money, influence, control. They don't just live comfortably, they control systems around them. Business, reputation, and image matter more than anything. At first, these two worlds feel separate, but slowly they begin to intersect, and once they do, everything changes. Survival comes with a cost. The survival storyline is where the emotional weight of the show lives. You see what it means to live without safety, without stability. Every decision becomes strategic. Who to trust, what to say, when to stay silent. There are moments where it feels like escape is possible, but those moments don't last, because every step forward comes with a consequence, and sometimes the cost of survival is becoming someone you never wanted to be. Power isn't what it looks like. The wealthy family storyline seems stable at first, controlled, structured, but underneath that structure there's tension, secrets, conflicts that aren't visible on the surface. Each member of the family is dealing with something different: control, loyalty, ambition, and the pressure to maintain an image that doesn't match reality. Because in this world, appearances matter more than truth. And once that image starts to crack, everything becomes unstable. The first major shift. Midway through the season, the tone changes. What felt like two separate stories starts to merge. Connections are revealed. Not all at once, but enough to shift your understanding. The survival storyline isn't isolated. It's connected to the system the powerful family is part of. And that realization changes everything. Because now it's not just about personal struggle, it's about structure, power influencing vulnerability, money shaping outcomes, and people becoming part of systems they never chose. Trust becomes dangerous. As the season progresses, trust becomes one of the biggest risks. Characters start questioning everything: motives, intentions, even people they thought they understood. Relationships become complicated because no one is completely honest, and sometimes honesty isn't even safe. This creates tension in almost every interaction. Conversations feel layered, like something is always being held back, and that constant uncertainty keeps building. Choices that can't be undone. One of the strongest elements of the season is how it handles decisions. There are no easy choices, and once a decision is made, it doesn't disappear, it stays. It affects everything that comes after. Some characters try to fix their mistakes, others double down, but no one walks away untouched. Because in this world, consequences don't arrive immediately. They build, and when they finally hit, they hit hard, the emotional core. What makes Beauty in Black work isn't just the plot, it's the emotional tension underneath it, the feeling of being trapped, of trying to move forward while everything around you is pulling you back. There are moments of vulnerability, moments where characters almost break, and those moments feel real, because they're not exaggerated, they're quiet, subtle, and that's what makes them hit. The final episodes. Everything collides. As the season approaches its end, everything starts to converge. Secrets come out, connections become clear, and the tension that's been building finally reaches the surface. But instead of clean resolutions, you get complications. Because the truth doesn't solve everything. Sometimes it makes things worse, and that's exactly what happens here. Characters are forced to confront realities they've been avoiding, and not all of them are ready for it. The ending. No easy escape. The season doesn't end with closure, it ends with weight. Some things are resolved, but not completely, and other things are left open, intentionally. Because the story isn't about clean endings, it's about ongoing consequences, the kind that don't disappear just because the moment is over. Season 1 of Beauty in Black isn't just about what happens. It's about why it happens, how people respond to pressure, how power shapes outcomes, and how survival sometimes forces choices that change everything. By the end, one thing becomes clear: no one in the story is fully in control, and that's what makes it real.